I think I'll turn now to our second presentation of the night. This is going to be a little bit different than our others. The person who's going to introduce our speaker, I don't know if Malu, if you told John about Clarke. No, okay. Sorry, Malu, you're muted if you wanted to say anything. But John, I'll let you know. Clarke Hammersley recorded his presentation for us at 1 o'clock today. It is just a 5-minute presentation that I will play in a second. And the reason he had to do that was because he's down in Tampa and Hurricane Ida is about to hit him, and he is 200 feet from the shore, and thought he would lose power and might be evacuated. So in the face of all that and preparing his home and everything else he had to do, he decided to meet with me and Malu and meet his commitment to us, which was amazing. If he didn't already have best of show in this competition, I think we'd have to give it to him.
Oh yeah.
So I will
do an intro for him anyway.
So I feel kind of bad because I feel like, you know, the questions would have been really good for him. But okay, so I will just tell everyone who John Garrison is. So John Garrison's about to introduce Clarke, who's going to be virtual, well, more virtual than usual. And John was one of our judges this year and has been one of our judges before. And he is not afraid of big entries. So this is very key, because he teaches other people how to deal with something large and how you judge that. Because honestly, the judging approach is different for that. Well, it actually has a lot of things in common with other judging, but it does require some techniques. And he is based in New Hampshire, where he also has some interesting weather. So John, please introduce Clarke and his entry, and then I will play the video.
Thank you. And not to split hairs, but I'm in Vermont, not New Hampshire. And
oh gosh,
we take that sort of stuff seriously up there.
Yes.
It's okay.
Completely different state. So sorry.
So I gotta say, it was a real kick for me to be the lead for the team that was judging this. I have the entry here. You can see it's rather thick. It's 2 volumes. This is volume 2. Total is about 1,800 pages. So not a you know, you drop this on your foot, it's going to hurt. Now, I've been doing tech writing for a long time. I cut my teeth on paper manuals, and let me tell you, I don't miss them whatsoever. If I am so glad I never have to develop another assembly sheet that says, okay, take out this page and put in these pages and all that stuff. Oh man, glad that is behind us. And it is a large entry, and it did prompt Malu to ask me to record a video for judges training on how to handle and how to judge something that is as monumental as this is. And it basically, you know, you don't really have to read every word on every page. Just put that out there. Otherwise, I don't think we would have a real problem recruiting judges if we kind of didn't have that in. But we had a team. It was a really good exercise, and I have to tell you, this is a great manual. We really went into try and find something that we could bring up as a need for improvement, and we came up with two items. One, there was nothing anywhere that explained the initialism BICSI, which does stand for the Building Industry Consultant Services International. Okay, no clue as to what that was. So that was 1X. The other problem that we found, and it was consistent throughout both volumes, is they're not consistent on whether they put periods after bulleted list entries. Those are the only things that we could find wrong with this book. I got to say, kudos to them. It is a really excellent thing. I just recently had to deal with how to get Wi-Fi to an outbuilding that I have, and it was in the book on a lot of the things that I needed to know and some of the limitations and so on. So it came in handy. So again, it's an excellent entry. one of the best that I've seen, and there's always something that I pick up and learn as a judge from judging entries. And there was a lot of really good stuff in here, I have to say. But anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing what Clarke has to say. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to share Clarke's presentation. All right. Hopefully everyone hears the audio with this.
Well, hello everybody. I'm sorry I can't be there live. The weather down here is a little bit testy here in Florida, so I'll go through my PowerPoint presentation, explain to you how we put together the TDMM and how we won this award. So anyway, this is called the BICSI Telecommunications Distribution Methods Manual, 14th edition. And we're the proud recipients of the 2020 STC Alliance Competition Best of Show and Award of Distinction. I'd like to thank the STC Alliance for allowing this honor to be bestowed upon us. So thank you very much. Okay, on with the show here now. The TDMM is our flagship manual, addresses the global audience. There it is right there. It's written by 45 plus global volunteer ICT subject matter experts. People from all over the world write and contribute to this manual. The tricky part of getting this manual to read well is we have to take those 45 writers who all write differently and in the end make it sound like one person wrote the manual. That's a tough thing to do. But I've got some very good technical editors on staff that know how to do that far better than I do. It's a structured ICT cabling design reference manual, and what that means is it details information and communications technology designing of cabling. So we're the guys that teach people how to cable to the backs of your TVs, and we put all of that cable on the outside and the inside to make that possible. It's a manual that's needed to obtain BICSI's RCDD credential. That's a Registered Communication Distribution Designer credential. So it's a study manual as well. People will study this manual, read it through and through, and based off of their knowledge of the ICT industry, can test for this RCDD credential. This credential is a very difficult credential to get. Some say it's even tougher to get than your bar exam. Or the CPA exam. There's 2 volumes. It's 2,097 pages, which is quite a big manual. It takes us well over a year just to put this manual together. And just as a matter of fact, the 13th edition also won the Best of Show award and an award of distinction at the STC Seattle chapter in 2015. So the 14th edition carried on from its previous edition as a Best of Show winner. Okay, I'll discuss the editing process a little bit here. And as BICSI's flagship manual, extra care is taken in its technical subject matter and construction. It's written following CMS specifications. I'm sure you know what CMS is. It's a Chicago manual of style. The subject matter undergoes multiple technical verification processes, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later on. Each chapter is edited by 4 different technical editors at different times. And each chapter undergoes 6 edits, 2 electronic, 4 hard copy edits. So quite a few designs happen. Okay, the figures, graphs, tables also undergo similar verification process. Now the TDMM and other BICSI manuals is constructed in XML format. I'm sure you know what that is, as modules and module data components on an electronic platform. Sorry, we're getting alerts here. Anyway, by doing it this way, it eliminates duplication, conflicting subject matter across all of our manuals. It allows for multiple layers of technical information verification, allows the sharing of similar text across all of our manuals, and text changes automatically are updated across the manuals. By doing it this way, it eliminates what we call editorial reviews, and they're very high cost. The old way of doing things at BICSI was we'd fly in people from all over the world to sit in a classroom for about 14 hours a day for 3 days and about 7 hours on the third day, where we go line by line to check the content and verify the content, do some wordsmithing. And we don't have to do that anymore now that we have this XML format on an electronic platform. So that's pretty much it. Thank you. I wish I could answer some questions, but I know you can't question a recording. But you can see all about BICSI and the TDMM on our website right there. You can email me directly there, or you can send it to publications@bixi.org, which I get anyway. I wish I could answer some questions for you, but apparently I can't do that. So thank you, and thank you again, STC Alliance, for giving us the honor of this award. Bye-bye.
All right, so that's John. So hopefully, I don't know, Malu, do you want to say anything else about John? I mean Clarke. That was Clarke. Just, I think you had said that he sort of underplayed how complex of a process this is and how much work there went into creating that to creating this material.
Yeah, I think he was very low profile in his presentation, but you can see how much effort actually goes into writing this manual. Their graphics were not drawings, not just drawings. They used AutoCAD. They used architectural drawings, and they put it all into this 2 big binders. So every piece that was graphical was also engineering related and complex. So I can imagine that it takes a year to get something like this done. 1 year.
Yeah, I think that they only produce it every 5 years or something like that. So
yeah. So
yeah.
watch for the 15th edition.
Right.
It might be 3 binders.
Right.
By that time, we'll run away from it.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not bigger. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you all for listening to that.
I just want to say, I would like John to take over the judging for the 3 binder version.
Yeah. We'll make John the lead judge.
You have to talk to Malu about this, because I tell you, the shipping costs to get this thing to all the team members was not something to be sneezed at.
Exactly.
Could Malu or John or somebody speak to the indexing?
Good question.
Yeah, we looked at it, and it was pretty comprehensive. The index is, I recall, I can't remember exactly how many pages it is, but it was worthy of the 2,000 pages of content. And it just kind of really, there's 22 tab chapters in this thing, and it's amazing. It's a tour de force, really.
Well, I noticed too that they used XML in the publishing of it. So I'm wondering if there's any sort of electronic edition that goes along with it, and if stuff is linked.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. Why don't we go look at BICSI? I can look at it and share it. He said it was the same thing.
Yeah, it was. But since that was, am I still muted? Since it was submitted as a paper manual, we had to review it as a paper manual. So that is, I guess, the preferred. I mean, I can see somebody having this on their shelf and just easily pick it up and find what they're looking for. It's a reference manual, quite honestly. And like I said, I was looking for something at home, and it went right to it and found it. I didn't even have to use the index. It's the really high quality tabs, laminated, cardboard type stuff. Haven't done that in a long time.
Well, they also charge $600 for the 2 binders. just the material that's separate from the accreditation process that they have.
And they also have a group of like industry experts that are in certain content areas that are part of their contributing authors. I don't think that I don't know if that was the group that he mentioned or those were the people who worked for BICSI, but these are like industry experts, academics, people in practice, people in regulatory industries who also were part of the process of getting it created.
One other comment that you had in the consensus day meeting, John, that I remember is that your team couldn't find a typo in the entire document.
Yeah,
Do you think?
that's true. Like I said, we really looked. We were trying to find something, anything. And like I said, the only thing we come up with really is no, sometimes they had periods after bulleted list entries and sometimes they didn't. That's, and if that's a showstopper,
Well, I did link here to the page and I put it in the chat.
Well,
if you want to try to find it.
They also have a sample chapter in.
Oh, that's right.
In what I sent you guys out yesterday. So there's an entire chapter.
Yeah, I don't think we can show Pilar the index. That's okay.
Yeah, I've been looking online and the index is not available. I'd be really curious to see if they're taking advantage of some of the latest advancements of what you can do for indexing.
Right. Well, I bet that Clarke would just send you the index. You know what I mean? He would just send it to you. So I'll make a note.
I'm seeing John's holding up the page, but I can't.
Yeah. It's not enough, right? Right. Okay. I'll make a note to connect you to him. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Like that.